Hey, what's up? It's Roy here. So today's video is going to be an unboxing and first impressions video of the brand new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now, I've already done a similar video with the S23. If you're interested in watching that, then follow the card up above. I have not actually went and looked at an S23 Ultra in person. Just like all my unboxing videos, I leave the sills unbroken. This was actually delivered today from UPS. Normally I don't go for the big flagship phone like this, but there's just something to be said about all the videos that I've been watching about this one. As you can see by the front, I did go with the color green. Normally I go with Phantom Black, but something just told me to go for the green, so I did. I can always put a skin on it if I change my mind with the color. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy open. So got my unboxing knife here. So as I'm breaking the sills, let's go ahead and talk about what I have here. So I went with just kind of the more entry level, if there's such a thing, with the S23 Ultra. So this is the 8 gig, 256 gigs of storage version here. It cost around $1,200 for this particular model. I just felt like that was enough. If you go with the 512 gig storage version, then you do get 12 gigs of RAM, but you jump up in price a little bit. Unboxing is very similar to the S23. So we have this covering here, covering the phone. So let's lift up. And as you can see, that just comes off just like the S23 did. And there is the green S23 Ultra right here. Definitely am looking forward to playing around with that. I haven't actually touched one in person yet, and I can say, man, that's a big boy right there. So let's go ahead and put that to the side. Nothing inside the box, obviously. All of the goodies are inside of the lid. So let's lift this out and reveal what's inside. Okay, so we'll pull this up. So just like all of the other S23s, you get some quick start guide stuff inside, so nothing fancy. We do get a SIM card ejector tool and then a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Unfortunately, there is no charging brick inside. That's just a new thing, unfortunately, that phone companies are doing. But here is the phone. So let's peel the black wrapping off the screen. All right. And let's go ahead and talk about the first impressions of the device. So holding it in my hand for the very first time, one thing I can say is it's fairly heavy, especially compared to my S23. Even with the case on, there's a significant difference in weight there. Holding it though, it actually isn't as wide and big, if that makes sense. It's a big phone, don't get me wrong, but without a case on, I can touch my fingers, which is actually something I didn't think I'd be able to do. This green color here, looking at it for the first time in person, it looks like a green, kind of like an army green color. I would have liked to seen the color be a little bit of a darker green, similar to like the green on the box itself. It's still a cool color. I wanted to try something different, so I'm not too upset about that. And then looking at the front, let's go ahead and get it powered on and see if we have any juice. All right, looks like we do. And then as you can see here, the sides are very squared, a little rounded on the sides here. So at least it's not completely just a big rectangle. There is some wrapping, it looks like, on here. So let's figure out where that starts. All right, there it is. All right, so got all the stickers off. So the sides are definitely like a stainless steel shiny color. Unfortunately, I wish they would have been just a matted color. I'm probably gonna have a case on it for most of the time anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. The back is matte finish as well. It's got Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the front and on the back, so you're gonna get some good protection against drops and scratches and things like that. But obviously, it's definitely a smartphone, so be smart with how you handle it. So down here at the bottom, we have our S Pen, which I'll pop out. There we go. It's a black S Pen, so it doesn't match the actual phone colors. So you got a black S Pen with the green. So I'm assuming that's going to be the same with all the colors. And then we do have our speaker grill down here at the bottom, a USB-C charging port, and then a SIM card tray there as well. On this side, we have only our power button and our volume up and down button. We have a mic cutout here up at the top, and then nothing on this side here. So I got it turned on. So I'm gonna go through the startup process and we'll get this rocking and we'll be right back. All right, so got the phone going now. It's still going through the setup as you can see in the background, but at least this gives us a chance to talk about some of the specs. Don't want to get lost in the weeds, just want to talk about some of the basics. So one, it's a big boy. It's a 6.8 inch Quad HD Plus screen here. This is a Samsung screen, so you know it's going to be a high-end premium screen. I can already tell right off the bat that it is a beautiful screen, just like the S23. Another thing to point out is, like I said earlier, it's a heavy phone. It's 233 grams, so that's almost like 50 grams heavier than the regular S23. So just understand, guys, if you do jump into the S23 Ultra, then you do need to make sure you probably hit the gym, because it's gonna wear out your arm very quickly. So while it's getting all set up, I wanna go ahead and go over 3 quick tips and tricks that I highly recommend to do as soon as you get it out of the box. So number one is, as you can see here at the bottom, it's the old school navigation bar. So if you are someone that prefers that, then you're in luck, it comes out of the box like that. But if you're like me and you prefer the swiping gestures, then you're gonna wanna go to display, and then you're going to scroll down to where it says navigation bar. And this is going to be where you're able to change that to the swipe gestures. And that's just my opinion. I much prefer the actual swipe gestures over the old school navigation bar at the bottom. The next trick is going to be taking advantage of the actual screen resolution. So you're going to go back into display and you're going to actually go to screen resolution. And as you can see here, out of the box, it comes with the Full HD Plus, which is a great looking resolution, don't get me wrong, but you bought this phone to take advantage of the Quad HD Plus, and it has a 5,000 milliamp battery. So yes, is it gonna waste more battery? For sure, but you just dropped 1,200 bucks, guys. Take full advantage of the actual full Quad HD resolution. And the third and final tip and trick is gonna be going into settings and scrolling all the way down to where it says developer options. Now, not everyone has this. I already enabled it, but if you haven't, then you go into about phone and you scroll to software information and keep on repeatedly tapping build number, and that's going to enable it. And as you can see, it already says mine's turned on, which it is. So we're gonna go back into developer options. And this is one of the first things that I do on every single phone. And you're gonna scroll down kind of to the bottom middle kind of, and you're gonna look for where it says animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. You want to change it to 0.5 because that's gonna give you this really crazy snappiness and speed, but still keep the animation so you still have those really beautiful animations and smoothness, but it just makes the phone so much more responsive. So that is something I always do on every Android phone first. So looking at the back, the main thing that everyone wants to know and talk about is the cameras. So I'm gonna run down real quickly what we have with the Ultra. So to quickly talk about the charging speeds, you're getting a 45 watt charging capability out of the S23 Ultra versus the 25 watts in my regular S23. So you're able to really charge this bad boy up from about 0 to 50% in about 30 minutes or so. So in my testing and my final review, I'll kind of touch on that a little bit. Another thing I'm looking forward to using is actually this S Pen. When you pull it out, it kind of pulls up this right here. So it's just this animation that says hello. So you can smart select as it says here, and then we can kind of go to translate if I wanted to translate some words in different languages, S Pen to text, air actions if I wanted to do that, and then some other things as well. So obviously it says enjoy your S Pen. It has this little icon here if I wanted to open up certain things. So if I wanted to kind of write some notes or smart select, screen write, whatever. So if I wanted to screen write right here, it's going to take a screenshot, and then I'm able to doodle all over it if I wanted to. And I'm sure I can turn that sound off like if I'm writing. But the point is it's just kind of cool. And then I can of course erase it there. I can even go in here and just do like a create a note if I wanted to. And it's gonna give me this black screen here. And I can just start writing my notes like subscribe. So pretty cool. I think it's really cool. And then as I'm hovering over it, you can see the dot here. It's just kind of recognizing that the pen's hovering over it. It is IP68 water resistant as well, so obviously Bluetooth enabled, but if you get it wet, you're not going to be cringing because it's going to be able to withstand it. So that's pretty nice. And then you slide it back in. So that's it, guys. So for my quick first impressions and unboxing video, I'd have to say that it is a big boy. It's gonna take some getting used to. I can say that for a fact, especially once I start doing my case reviews and adding a little bit extra thickness and bulk to it. I'm very curious to see how long-term I like or dislike the big size of it. So hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless. I'll see you on the next one.